Uh, Aurum Vale, Aurum Regis, and Mithril. Two metals essential to the war against the Dravanian hordes, and two metals that can be found within the Aurum Vale. Were it not for them, Ishgard would have abandoned the Vale long ago. But the richness of the veins of these two metals within this accursed place keeps the Ishgardians coming back in an attempt to fortify their munitions against their winged enemies. Hi, I'm Tyler, Final Fantasy XIV player and amateur bartender, and I've made it my mission to craft a cocktail for every dungeon in the game. And today, we're doing Aurum Vale. Welcome to a cocktail reborn. Let's get started. Back in 2.0, it wasn't uncommon for you to queue into this place only for someone to say, "Damn it, not this one again," and immediately dip out. The Piss Palace, as it has so lovingly been nicknamed, was a meat grinder for those who were unprepared. But unlike most people, I loved this dungeon right from the get-go. The theming was great, the whole place felt like it was poisonous to breathe, the bosses were challenging, and I was still playing warrior at this point. And there were no AoE markers on the ground, especially in the coin counter fight. You had to learn by observation what to do, and I got very good at it. I don't even remember how many commendations I got for tanking this place. The one thing that everyone always remembers from this place is the overall, overwhelming presence of the color yellow. So I thought I would go overwhelmingly yellow with my ingredients. And thankfully, everything I picked out seems to work quite well together. Let's craft. There aren't many base spirits one could use that are yellow, but thankfully, I still have my Mellow corn from the Sunken Temple of Karn, so I'm using that as my base. It doesn't have a super strong flavor, but it still maintains a presence in the flavor profile of this drink that I really like. Our next yellow ingredient also has a nod to the herbal quality of some of the Vilekin in this place, namely the Marlborough, and so we'll be going with yellow Chartreuse. It's a bit lower ABV than green Chartreuse and a touch sweeter with a different herbal profile. Our next ingredient is Licor 43, a liqueur made with citrus peels and aromatics that helps bring out the nose of the cocktail. And though the smell of the Vale would be overwhelmingly sulfur, rotten eggs isn't exactly a pleasing smell when it comes to a drink. Everything we've added to the drink so far has been fairly even tempered, so I wanted to add a couple of ingredients that would upset the sweetness, and the next ingredient does that very well. Ginger syrup with its spicy heat. Finally, because this dungeon left many an adventurer with a bitter taste in their mouth, I thought of nothing that would suit it better than the bitter gentian of Suze. As there is no juice in this, we will be stirring. Add 2 bar spoons of Suze to your mixing glass. Follow that with 1/4 ounce ginger syrup, 1/2 ounce Licor 43, 1/2 ounce yellow Chartreuse, and 2 ounces of Mellow corn. Add ice and stir for about 30 seconds or until you can feel the glass getting cold. Strain over ice into a rocks glass and garnish with a rosemary sprig. Then get out your torch and lightly singe the rosemary to get the smell of the smoke in the air. And there we have the Aurum Vale. Let's give it a taste. Cheers. That is probably the most complex drink that I have made. You taste everything. As soon as you pull in, you get the sweetness of the Licor 43 and the Chartreuse. You get the heat from the ginger syrup. You get that mellow but present flavor in the mellow corn whiskey. You get the bitterness of the Suze, even though there's just a little bit of the Suze in there, just a couple of bar spoons. That's just enough for it to leave its impression. And then you've got the rosemary right on your nose, especially since I scorched it a bit. Oh, I am at a loss. This is one of my favorites. This one is great. I did not think I would like a drink for the Aurum Vale, but there it is. Oh, wow. You go back in, definitely get that Suze, definitely get that ginger, definitely get that Licor 43 and the Chartreuse. Everything is dancing in there. There's nothing that is not present. The only thing that maybe disappears a little bit is the mellow corn, but you still get that heat from the whiskey. I can still feel my cheeks starting to red up, which is, for some reason, something that happens to me when I drink whiskey. Oh. Woo-hoo, that is good. And that is the Aurum Vale. Sound off in the comments below if you decide to make this drink. Please like, share, and subscribe if you liked the video, and stay tuned for the next one, which will be the Wanderer's Palace. And until then, Fury, take me. Cheers.